What is going on, everybody? Today, doing a little late night gaming, and I wanted to bring to you a new game. I'm gonna have to apologize for it being in windowed mode. For some reason, I cannot get this game to run with my new graphics card uh, in full screen mode. I now have a 1060 instead of the 1080 Ti. It's a long story, but let's just say with the 1060, I'm having issues with it in full screen mode. No big deal. They are billions. For me, it is not necessarily a new game, but I'm definitely no expert. As you can see here, I still can't even play on the next map. So hopefully we can go ahead and work this out together. So I'm just going to go with regular difficulty settings and let's get started and see what happens. This is basically a kind of top-down building game with a zombie twist. So if you like zombies, this is the game for you. If you like top-downs and zombies, why have you not played this yet? So here we have getting started. You start off with pretty much what every top-down game is going to start you off with. Oh, look at that. So we got our rangers, which are very fast. And we have our soldier, who is a little bit slower, you can see, but he's definitely a little bit more powerful. He also uses a rifle, which makes a lot of noise. So first thing I'm going to want to do with every top-down is kind of start getting the population going. So I'm going to go ahead and just randomly, I'm not really giving any thought to where I put things at this point. Everything is basically right-click. I'm going to zoom out so I can send these guys around. If you want to move them, you highlight them, right click to move. You can left click, but nothing will happen. So go ahead and try it. It's up to you. As far as cross-platformness for this game, I don't believe it's on any other systems. So if that's something that you do, if you're playing on an Xbox or something like that, I don't know. Check it out. See if you can find it. Who knows, maybe. And I'm also going to get started on food production, because with population comes food need, but really the most important thing at this point is just figuring out what our surroundings look like. So that's what I'm going to start doing pretty quickly. I'm going to try and take that. So eventually we will be attacked by zombies. We can run across them like we just did, and I'm going to let them clear them out. You want to be careful because they can get overrun by them relatively easily. But as for right now, they seem to be doing just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of keep trying to build stuff up. And basically, we need to just be focused on not getting carried away. Because you can see here, there are quite a few of them just hanging out in the environment. Each zombie's a little bit different. These are infected aged. They're pretty weak right now. Infected decrepit, infected young, decrepit young. And the further away you get from your base area, the tougher the zombies get, at least what it seems like to me. And I don't know if there's a specific time, like in 7 Days to Die, when it's every 7 days you get a horde, or if it's just hordes come. But they definitely do, and you have to make it through as you go kind of deal. Okay, so here we have, I'm honestly not sure what these are. They look like new things, but so what do we got? Batteries? Okay, those are new. When picked, it provides energy to the colonies. It contains 20 units. So let's just tell them to go pick those up. And then let's keep trying to build some more stuff and things. So he's just giving energy. That's pretty cool. So this game does get updated. It's not a stagnant game. It's definitely one of those in development games, which I love. But it is not the kind of in development game that doesn't get developed. So we definitely have some exploring to do as far as the new features that they've included. You can tell I'm kind of being careful with him because he's just one guy. While he does have a bigger weapon, they have a much higher rate of fire and are far more capable of handling these hordes than he is by himself. Plus his weapon is very loud and will draw a lot more in than their bows and arrows. You can see, oh no. Okay, I almost had to pull them back for a second. It might be wise to do so anyways, but it looks like they're taking care of business. So first things we're going to do is just kind of get focused on starting, getting to know the areas. You can see there was a horde down here. I want to avoid that with him. I'm going to set him up right there, kind of protect the civilians, and then start expanding. So how you expand, you press enter, or you can click your colony center. Pressing enter is much faster. And then you click on this, or you can hit E for energy, and then you start. These are going to be like Tesla towers, and every time you place one they use energy and workers, so that is going to be something you want to kind of pay attention to, the number of workers you have. If you want more workers, you press enter, then you go ahead and press, what is that, C? That's kind of random, and you build more houses. So pretty straightforward. I mean, more people, more work done, needing to expand more, and so on and so forth. The main thing you want to be careful of early on is just expanding too quickly, like with most of these games. Just like Oxygen Not Included, you want to take your time, clear out the areas around, because if you don't, they do tend to get attacked a lot, and exploration early game is very important. It's pretty similar to what Age of Empires was played. The main difference, of course, being that you will get attacked eventually. Age of Empires, you could work your way around it just by being nice to people and stuff. Looks like we have another horde here and down here. I'm going to hold off on attacking those until I'm a little bit stronger. So, I'm going to pull these girls back a bit. They're sassy. They do get a little bit of annoying after a while. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Sometimes you want to just tell them to shut up. But I think that's part of the development plan. So you see I just laid down a bunch of houses. When you do that, you want to take care of your food situation. So early game you have hunting cottages, which you need to place. They'll be more effective if you place them, if you get as many wood tiles, tree tiles around them as possible. You also have fishing cottages, which are very similar in that regard. The more tiles you can place around them, the better. They cannot be stacked. They need to be a certain distance apart.
Your colony needs a mayor.
Sweet. We got something going on. So you have to choose your mayors. Basically, one says he comes with a mill, and she comes with a great ballista. I'm going to choose that. And what that means is when you click enter, you can see there's a bonus tower kind of here. I'm not really sure where most of our trouble problems will come, so I'm going to hold off on building that for a bit. Those are very useful towers that will kind of protect as you go. This game definitely has a lot of tower defense to it. You just saw me build. I'm building a wall here and a gate. So if you want to lay your gate down but it's in the wrong direction, say I wanted it to be up here, I just hit tab and that brings it on over. It spins it around. So it may seem a little bit ridiculous to start building walls this early on, but the faster you can start defending yourself, the better off you'll be. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep expanding everything I can. A couple things to note over here is my energy is 48, my food is 55, my workers I have 11, and available, not how many I have, and then colonists. So I want to always be like kind of paying attention to that. So if I can build a mill, which is going to be good for generating electricity, I will. So I'm going to build one right there, just to be a preemptive strike on a potential energy shortage. So I don't know, that looks like a gap that they could fit through. Let's see if we can fix that. Just build one right there. That's cool. You can see it taking the fish. Look like little sharks, taking them out of the water, giving food to your people. Gonna keep expanding though, keep pushing. This looks like a pretty decent point of, if they come down from here, we'll be able to stop them. So I'm gonna try and clear this section out and build up a choke point there. There's another one here, and this is kind of one, but the truth is that the colony will be expanded. The hard thing about this game is that even if you've made it all the way into the last horde, every zombie on the map, plus a ton more, I mean the game is called They Are Billions for a reason. You have to beat that final horde in order to get the complete achievement, and I've made it all the way to that last horde and failed. This is a very frustrating game sometimes, but it's difficult, and I like difficult games for sure. So if you're into this kind of thing, this might be one to check out. Maybe one you haven't seen before. Maybe you have, and if you have, that'd be. Oh, what did I do? I hit a button. I don't know how to make my things come back. Oh, there we go. Hit tab. Tab, I guess, can do that. So that's new to me. I didn't know that you could do that. Oops. So I'm trying to build just some basic defenses, just so it's kind of like peace of mind at this early point, just to make sure that the zombies just don't walk on in and start attacking my people. Now you will eventually see what happens when the zombies do that. It's not pretty, and it sucks. So they'll come in and they'll attack, say, this. They'll attack whatever they see first. And once they take that over, basically it gets devoured by the zombies, and it converts any workers that were in it into zombies, and it's just this catastrophic, rapid failure, basically. I'm going to take these girls around as much as I can. I need to be focused on building as well, which I keep forgetting to do. You want to get your population as big as possible early on. What's that say? Oh, okay, so it would be blocking other buildings. That's why I wouldn't let me build it. I'm going to try and get my food back a little bit more. See where I can place this. That'll work. Going to do some hunters' cottages. That'll work. So you can see we're kind of getting attacked a little bit. It's just them kind of walking back and forth. I can set him to a patrol, but there's really no point at this. Nah, it doesn't seem to make a difference, but whoa, hold on. Careful there, girls. Careful. Alright, so I'm going to back them up a little bit and let them do their work as I come back over here and repair. I have the ability to build another mill. Let's try and set these. I'm going to try and put these kind of as close to each other as they can be. There we go. And I notice in resources I can build another sawmill, which is great. You need wood. And I can also, oops, wrong button. I can also build a quarry, which is going to be based around these little rock things. So they have two different types of stone. Same deal with everything. You want to kind of make sure you're placing it in the right place. Give you the most resources. Get attacked again. No big deal. They're pretty easy this early on. So we're probably going to get attacked here. But I'm just going to let that soldier kind of deal with that. He's going to be my go-to defender of the walls, I guess you could say, as I expand. See, they're handling themselves just fine. As long as you don't put them right in the middle, all is well. But that's a pretty good start, honestly. It's hard to say what... I guess really what you want to try and do is get your warehouses and stuff built, which are going to be industry and trade. First thing, workshop is going to be good. So you need workers for that. You kind of need workers for everything. So I'm just kind of stacking everything in as tightly as possible for the moment because the... Oh, where? They're attacking me again. See, it's kind of a constant maintenance thing. It's not a big deal, though. What did we see here? Hunter's Cottage. I don't think I can fit any more Hunter's Cottages in. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. As long as they're behind the wall, I'm happy with it. So he's going to come. He'll get that sorted, and then he'll turn around and go back.
Just tell me what to do.
I need to kind of maintain an exploration presence, if you could say. But I also I might need to consider bringing the girls back so they can fight. Now there is an experience system you can see down here, and they will become veterans, which is really useful because they'll attack faster and they'll be a little bit stronger. So. Shock tower joins colony. Okay. I'm going to take them over here to the other hordes that we saw that were a little bit closer. Now that we've cleared out this top section, we can start paying attention to these guys. See, you can see that the hordes being close is basically like kind of drawing them in. So that's what I'm trying to avoid happen.
Okay.
But let's go over here and try and knock them out a little. But just take the wind out of their sails a bit. They should be alright by themselves. No worries. Let's see, can we build a wood workshop yet? Yes, we can. Let's go ahead and place that away from this. We're basically going to try and avoid building too close to that because I want to put some towers around it eventually. Just because that's your final last stand if anything goes south. You really got to be careful not to mess that one up. So you got to, yeah, just be careful with it. Alright. Looks like we're about to get one of these guys coming over here. Alright, girls. I need your help here. Alright. So, what else? Once we get this going, we can start some research. But, I think we are running a bit long. That's going to be all we've got for the first installment of They Are Billions. It's a really interesting game. If you haven't checked it out, it's definitely worth the price they're asking for. I don't know what the price is, I forget, but it's not gonna be AAA title status, so it's definitely worth it. It's worth a playthrough. It's worth your time because it kind of has that old school feel with the new artistic style, and then it's very, very challenging. Again, it's one of those games that it comes off as like artistically cutesy and stuff, but then you start playing it and you're like, holy cow, this is actually really, really challenging. So if you're looking for a challenge and you like this kind of style, definitely check out They Are Billions. That is going to be it. Don't forget to like, it really helps being a new channel, and comment if you have any questions or anything I do think I could do better. That'd be fantastic. Thank you, and sincerely, I truly hope you guys are having a great day.